Hello Saberland, Vader's Vault here, showing you something very special out of the vault. As some of you may remember from last year, we released the most accurate Force Unleashed Starkiller replica lightsaber to date, and we had a limited run of 25 sabers that sold out in less than 24 hours. So there have been plenty of people that wanting to get on a second run interest list, or contacting us to make one or sell them one or something. Well, this is the chance that all of you people have been waiting for. Our run is coming to a close. We have the last few customer builds sitting on the bench as we speak, getting the last few finishing touches and weathering done to them before they ship out. And we had a few engineering prototype pieces that were to be used for any uh-ohs that might have happened during the run. Thankfully none of that happened, and we had enough to assemble into a saber to put up for auction. And here it is. We have the most accurate Force Unleashed Starkiller lightsaber replica produced to date from Vader's Vault and Orbital Machining, and you see it here in its as first built or clean condition. Pretty much all except maybe one or two, I believe, of our run were done in the medium weathering to be more like the game. We're offering this one up for auction, so we wanted it clean to offer the winning bidder the option of choosing between keeping it as in its prototype as first built condition or to have it weathered. The weathering will be done at no charge should the winner choose to have it weathered. This is just like the rest of our run. There is no difference between this and our run sabers, except this is an unnumbered hilt. Our limited run was numbered with an engraved number on the grip bar. This one has no such number, as it was an engineering prototype assembled from basically spare prototype pieces. But everything else is the same. It is even powered by Plector Labs Crystal Focus version 5 and loaded with our Starkiller font and boot package that we have with the other sabers. It is a rarity in our run, as most people chose red for their colors. We did have one person choose blue and two other people choose purple in our run, but other than that, most of them were red. So we decided to do this prototype in purple, or impression stopping purplicious purple. And of course, when you're doing that, we have a nice jewelry quality genuine amethyst point. Don't know if it'll show up real well on the video, but it is a perfectly cut point there of nice purple amethyst in the ultra detailed crystal chamber. And then we've got a purple abalone shell in the glass eye greebly on the bottom there. What makes this the most accurate Starkiller lightsaber to date? Well, we did a ton of studying of the game, and I mean, I played it for hours and hours just so I could get a nice bead on what the saber was like in the game. And we did a lot of research on the concept art and some of the still shots that we saw, and we combined a few things from some of the original concept art with some of the in-game shots to come up with what you see here. We've got the correct shroud cut off straight at the back here. Some people have done it angled, which isn't correct. We've got the correct Graflex charge port on the right side only, not on both sides. We've got the straight bunny ears at the top here, flat knob greebly at the top. The striped box top for the control box. That is something that a lot of people miss, but we've got the two black stripes down here. This also is a very functional box, as our prop was made to be not only accurate but a functional prop. So this control box actually serves its purpose. It houses the two switches that operate the crystal focus. The main switch and the auxiliary switch reside under these machined aluminum switch hats. The charge port is located here on the side, and right now it's got our custom kill key in it, which has the Imperial cog on the outside. And coming back here to the grip is another thing that has been some area of contention. Ours is the only produced saber that has the correct angled pommel back here at the grip, and the bars run through the pommel and through the rear of the grip and the taper, ending flush with the pommel. instead of writing the whole top like I've seen a lot of versions do. So very correct there. There's been some contention over the configuration of the grips, you know, I just want to address this now. We chose the X configuration for the grips because A, we saw it that way in a lot of shots. It is depicted both ways in some of the game shots, in the cross pattern and the X pattern. We chose the X pattern A because I like it better, B because, well, it's just more comfortable, and C because when you look at it in the game, the way that the saber hangs on his belt, the bunny ears straight out, the only way that can happen is if the cover tech is directly opposite the bunny ears. And that would have been a very awkward place to put a cover tech if you had a grip bar running through the middle. So we decided to stick with our X configuration. Yes, it is depicted both ways. I have shots showing both. We chose the X pattern. Everything about this saber was thought out and planned thoroughly. Everything is very highly detailed, very high quality. Eric at Orbital Machining does some of the best work. Actually, he does the best work in this industry right now. And we were proud to have him do these for us. The crystal chamber we're very proud of. We've got a very detailed aluminum heatsink showing through the open crystal chamber, then extending into the detailed brass rod extension, followed by a copper rod extension inside the brass rod that tops the crystal off and joins it into one piece. Down here the crystal sits into the nice machined holder, which actually serves as the headpiece to the extremely rigid chassis that is inside here that holds all the electronics. The chassis is able to be accessed by unscrewing this rear grip that allows you easy access to the crystal focus should you want to change or modify any of your sound fonts, boot packages, what have you. And then at the end is the loud premium speaker at the back and a nice resonance chamber. Well, let's get this baby fired up. Like I said, it is for auction. It's going to be at the FX Sabers forum. That's fx-sabers.com/forums. It's going to be up for auction until Sunday, July 10th at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're not a member of the forum, go ahead and register. It's a great place for all lightsaber enthusiasts. And look there, you'll find our auction. And let's get it booted up.
You disappoint me.
Now we've got several boot sounds that accompany each sound font. And to get into the menu, hold down the aux button. And there's proxy, of course, announcing that you're accessing the Imperial records. We've got meditation chamber background music for the menu background.
Episode 5 remastered.
We've got Nova Stars Episode 5.
Episode 2.
Nova Stars Episode 2. Nova Stars Black Star font. Awesome font for the V5.
Episode 3 Cities.
Nova Stars Episode 3. The iSaber mode for playing music tracks. Currently it has the TFU main theme and the Imperial March loaded on it as tracks.
TFU Starkiller.
And of course the TFU Starkiller as your main font.
I bring Darth Vader's enemies to justice.
And there's good old Galen Merrick announcing that he's going to bring you to justice. This sound font package will not be changed. This was offered on the Sabers. Should you want additional fonts, you can go to thecuttingedge.s5.com and purchase Nova Star's awesome CD compendiums. He has 3 volumes that you can purchase, loaded with tons of sound fonts and goodies and videos and tutorials and everything else. Great place to go get sound fonts. And let's get it powered on so you guys can hear the TFU Starkiller in action. Get the lights off. Ultra bright purple blade, made possible by the LED engine 10-watt RGBW. The R and B dice wired for purple. The white and green dice are wired for the ultra dramatic flash on clash feature, made possible only by the crystal focus. Beautiful purple blade color matching amethyst crystal there, nice and bright. It pulses along with the blade. if I can get that to show up. The flash on glass sometimes does not show up on video. See if we can get it to show up there nice and bright. There it is in lockup mode. Some blaster deflection. Very dramatic effect, especially when you have something like the RGBW giving a nice contrasted look. Very beautiful saber. I am so proud of this saber. It's one of my favorite of all time Star Wars saga lightsaber designs. And I'm so happy to have brought it to life. This is your chance to own a rare piece of lightsaber history. These are very limited, very exclusive. Bid early, bid often, bid victoriously. Thanks again from Vader's Vault. Have a good one.